So hello my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I am a Dragon Witch. Welcome in the south of Belgium, where I am surrounded in my garden by my own trees. And I don't see trees as just simple objects that they can cut off. No, these trees mean so much for me. When I came to live here, this was such a small one. And now look at him, of a big guy he become. And also, this was also very small. Now it becomes a real tree. And trees to me, that is magic. That is something that I am really drawn to. That is the reason why I came to live here, close to the trees, close to it talks with the dragon goddess. It's so beautiful. I mean, some time ago they wasted an entire forest not that far away from here just to build a house of worship on it. And that infuriates me. That infuriates me so much that I don't understand why put a house of worship for, for a God that promised them everything. If they don't do it, they go to hell. Sometimes I ask my dragon, why did you open my eyes? It hurts so much. I don't want to see humanity doing something like this. When I was, when my eyes were closed, when I didn't had a dragon eye, I didn't had all of this trouble. Now it hurts every single day and I cannot ignore it. So what I wanted to say, my brothers and sisters, after all of these years, I can put the puzzle pieces together because I refuse to know the third dragon. I refuse to know the dragon within. I refused it to the dragons themselves, even though they showed it to me so many times after all of these years, showed it the dragon within. The dragon within is a third dragon, also called the dragon spirit, the lost soul, the dragon spirit that is lost. What we actually are, I hope I can explain it to you a bit in this. I hope you can see it. Let's see. I hope I can do it well. So it's like this. There we go. And there it is. Yes, this is a sign of the trinity. The trinity that you have inside. 3 different kinds of spirits, 3 different kinds of energies, and all together, all separated in different kind of dimensions, and yet all of together you can see through the same eye. Another way, of course, to see this is to see it in our own, our own sign. This is the trinity of the dragon that we are going to create. I hope I can create it right. There we go. There we go. And yes, there it is. This is the trinity inside of the dragon eye that I think you should put it here. And here you can have yourself. And that is the dragon that I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see it because after my eyes were closed, I opened in 2005, 2006, I could immediately feel that dragon. In fact, I felt it all my life, but it was much more powerful then. I refused to know it. And I didn't want to know it yet. Still today, I still have troubles with it. Simply because my eyes opened. And I see all of the horrible things that humanity is doing. Like you are an angel, my brothers and sisters, but in the form of a dragon. You are a pure soul, you can say. A pure soul that now opens its eyes. And now you can have trouble with what you are seeing. Because all of this dark stuff that humanity is doing, all of this destruction, all of this death, that is really something that dragons don't want, because dragons are natural born guardians, and guardians, they always want to protect. That is what humanity don't understand from dragons. Dragons don't attack, dragons always protect. That is also what is living within us. We are always protectors, and that is also what the other dragons are. Here is your dragon guardian, living in the 5th gate, but doing its best to connect with you. And the more connected they become, the more that you will understand what you will have, the more that you will be awakened far away from where they are, in fact unreachable. Yet the dragon is still trying to reach you. There is a reason why you love dragons so much. That is not for nothing. It has a reason. why you love dragons so much. And of course here, on the same, actually on the same level, you can say, on the same gate, you can say, but still on a different dimension is your dragon god. And your dragon god, that is also something that you need to understand. But the first one that you need to understand is, what kind of a dragon soul are you? That is why it took so long to understand, and yet it was actually so simple to understand what kind of a dragon soul I was. It was just in front of my eyes. I mean, I was so drawn to it that I just wanted to live in it, that I even had my house here. I mean, I moved away from the city to have a cabin here next to a forest that doesn't end, that even reaches out to the borders of France and even further on than that. It's immense, and I loved it. I love to live here. And that it was actually very simple to know, but I didn't want to see it. That the forest is where I belong. And sometimes dragons belong in the mountains, high up, close to the skies. Sometimes dragons belong on different places. I mean, not only in the skies, but in the forest, but also closest to the rivers and the waters. And it depends really on your closest element. Your closest element is what you should feel within yourself. Your closest element is the most important to know. Your closest element is also important to know your entire dragon eye, your entire trinity, because when you know your own element that is closest to you, I mean, that is clear with me now. I am closest to earth and the forests. It's just I lost my soul into the forest, and the forest doesn't go out of my soul. And that is what we should feel. We should understand what energy lives within you. Of course, all of the energies live within you, but you need to know about the dragon. When they were physical, when they were on earth, I feel very much that they were close to one particular element, and this element also betrays what kind of an element the other dragons with you have. You are all one power, you are all one together, and one perfect balance together. That is also the reason why your dragons, both of them, move heaven and earth, put power by the dragon gods themselves, the creators of life, and the guardian that has known you ever since lives before that you need to remember it, that you need to remember who you are and what your spirit has to say. Of course, your humanity is in the way. That is the greatest problem. Your humanity is in the way to understand and to remember. So your humanity, and that is one of the most difficult rituals or maybe parts in life as a draconic witch, to put this aside, to pull away your humanity, that you become a dragon once more. And to put that, I mean, it takes a long time, for me anyway, to put the humanity aside. In this world, you have to be a human. You have to live among humans. You have no choice. But once I am in the forest, I learned how to lose my humanity, because I, in the forest, was no longer a human. I only had the image of a human. But in fact, I wasn't any longer a human. And I learned this in the forest. I lost my soul in the forest again. And that is why I discovered I was a forest dragon. I was an earth dragon. I used to be like this. And my goddess Tiamat is one with the earth. She created everything. The one who created life, the one who gave birth to all, was the one that is closest to me. Every time when I touch a tree, this is my property, it's so beautiful. Every time when I touch a tree, I touch her. It's like her body. It's like the scales on her body. And it's so beautiful to feel that. And I hope that you can feel that too, my brothers and sisters, because that, in itself is another awakening to know who you are and what kind of a child that you are. Of course, something that I cannot say to you because you need to feel it for yourself. I cannot tell you where you belong, in the waters, in the heights, in the mountains, in everywhere. I mean, I don't know where you belong. I don't know. It can even be that you belong amongst other humans, because as a dragon, you love the other humans. You love them, but I don't. I don't. It hurts to see what they are doing. It hurts to see what the hunters are doing, what the lumberjacks are doing. It hurts to see the destruction. And in fact, I don't like it. I, in fact, feel a lot of hate. And hate is something that dragons don't do. They have a lot of anger, but no hate. And that also says that I don't put my humanity aside well enough, because hate is something that humans have, not dragons. That my dragon said, it's better not to hate, because inside of the hate you lose yourself, and there is too much darkness, you see nothing anymore. Don't lose yourself into the darkness. You always have to be in balance, and that is also what I learned of our dragon eyes is completely gray, dark and light together, all of them in balance. And that is also what your draconic trinity is, always in balance. And that is what you need to learn inside of your dragon's path, that your dragon spirit, alongside with the dragon guardian and with the dragon god, are in perfect balance. So my brothers and sisters, be blessed.